Hi, Darlene. Hi, Molly. So happy you guys are joining me tonight. Just give everyone a few more minutes to log in. Hope you guys had a good day, even in the rain. Hi, Ben. Lots of friends joining in. This will be fun. We have about 2 more minutes before we get started. Well, welcome everyone to a free gentle yoga practice. So glad that Journey Yoga and Wellness can be offering everyone out there watching a practice to come to this evening. This will be a gentle practice, so do what you need to do to support yourself. I'm Karen, by the way, sorry, I'm Karen Carollo for those of you who might not know me. So happy to see so many of you starting to really log on now, so we'll just give it another minute or so before we start getting into practice. But I do have some props with me tonight, so I have my own blocks. I have a strap. If you don't have a strap, you can grab a belt, or even the belt for your robe works great because it's usually a little longer. And I have a blanket to sit on, so you might want to grab a blanket or a beach towel, whatever you might need to support yourself throughout the practice. And I'm coming to you today live from my practice space in my home in Sandy Hook. Maybe I will venture over to the studio for another class soon and give you a different background, but for tonight, here we are. So welcome. I am so thankful that we got to find a format that we can share our yoga practice and bring you some good needed peace. This is a time where we're all feeling all that chaos and vibration that's just fluctuating so much in the world. And I know myself, I had some moments, especially in this day today, where I was very stressed and very anxious and just did not know what to do, but I turned to my breath. So it's kind of where I'm going this week. Every time I'm just feeling that way, I turn right back to my breath. I know that as my mind wanders from this thing to the next, to what's going to happen, oh my goodness, what's coming next, that anxiety starts to build. I go back to the breath and I find calm and peace and everything I need right there. So I invite you to find deep breathing. Even if tonight all you do is sit on your mat or on a pillow or blanket and just breathe deeply with us, you're going to find that calm and peace that you probably need so desperately right now. So let's just start right there with our breath. So I'm going to back up a little bit. I'm going to move back onto my prop. So like I said, I'm sitting on a blanket. I'm going to take a nice tall spine. I'm sitting in cross-legged position here, but for some of you, this might be a little too much on your hips or your knees, so feel welcome to extend one or both of your legs out in front of you. And as you take that nice tall spine, let's actually take our shoulders up to our ears and just feel that little bit of tension we can create right there. Take a big deep breath in. And as you exhale, just let the shoulders relax down the back. I'm going to take my fingertips to the earth. I want as much as myself on this earth as I can to feel grounded. We're feeling that fluctuation and that crazy vibration going on. Feeling grounded is what's so important. So we're going to do a very grounding practice, focusing on our breath this evening. So I have all my fingertips to the earth. I'm taking a nice tall spine, relaxed shoulders. You can keep your eyes open toward the front edge of your mat, or if it's okay, just close your eyes and just start to go inward. And as we do, we just start to notice without judging, without trying to wonder what's going on, where are we going next. Just be here. Start to notice how your body feels this evening. Tuning into any space in the body that might be sending you a message that it needs a little extra love, a little extra attention this evening, and honor those spots in your body. Notice if your mind is beginning to wander, and as soon as the mind wanders away, and it will, we're human, just keep coming right back to deep breathing. So maybe you say to yourself, breathe in, breathe out, or inhale, exhale. As soon as you do, you start to align with the present moment and be back in your body, back in your breath. And just notice your energy this evening. What are you carrying around in your heart center? And then begin to find that tall spine and relaxed shoulders. And we'll start to breathe a little deeper. So as you take your next inhale, take the breath through the nostrils if possible, and let the breath come all the way down to fill the low belly. You're going to feel the belly expand away from the spine. And then as you exhale the belly, the navel will pull back in and the air releases. So inhaling, filling into the low belly. Exhaling and letting it go. Take another round here. Deep breath in. Big exhale. As you take your next inhale, continue to fill the low belly, but now let the breath come all the way up into the ribs. Maybe you feel your ribs lift and separate as you inhale. And then exhale, let it go. Filling the lowest 2/3 of the lungs with oxygen as you inhale. And releasing whatever no longer serves you on the exhale. Keeping shoulders relaxed. I only remind you because right away my shoulders start to hike up. I have to remember to relax my shoulders. As you take your next inhale, fill the belly. Fill the ribs. And now let the breath come all the way up around the heart to the collarbones. We expand breath into every part of the body as we inhale. And as we exhale, let it go. Breathing in deeply, filling completely, and exhaling back to center. So these deep, full breaths that we're taking, the 3-part breath, is really useful in helping to keep us calm, at ease, and peace. So we're also going to add in the box breath. So we're going to start counting. And as you take your next inhale, imagine you're going up the side of a box. So inhale, and I'll count to 1, 2, 3, 4. We're going to pause, hold that breath for 2, 3, 4. Exhale for 2, 3, 4. Hold the exhale for 2, 3, 4. So following the box, 2, 3, 4 on the inhale, holding as you come across the top. Exhale down the side of the box. Hold that exhale across the bottom. So if that feels very calming to you, continue with that for a few more rounds, and we'll go at our own pace. And go for one more complete cycle of that boxed breath. And after you're completed, come back to a natural breath. Bring your hands into your heart center. And take a breath here in and out. And set an intention for your practice. What is it that you need this evening from yoga? What can yoga bring to you? Keeping all that love, light, and energy for yourself, or send a bit of it off to someone or something outside of this space. And I try to daily find moments of gratitude. So here in this moment, a moment of gratitude for whatever you're thankful for. Take a nice big breath in. Bow your head to your fingertips. Let intentions, let gratitude stay in your heart center. Inhale, come back up to center. Beautiful, relax your shoulders. Namaste, welcome to our practice. Let's inhale, reach your arms up overhead. Exhale, open the arms, open the heart center. Inhale, rising up nice and tall. Exhale, releasing away. One more time, inhale to rise and exhale to release. We'll keep our left hand on the earth. Send your right fingertips up toward the sky. Lengthen here, relax your shoulder, and a little side bend over to the left side, pulling the heart space up and maybe gazing up, forward, or down at your lower hands. Take a nice big inhale, rise up nice and tall, and as you exhale, lower your right hand, extend energy through the left fingertips, and lean over to the right side, lifting the heart and gazing in a direction that feels good to you. As we inhale, we'll come up nice and tall, lifting up, and take your right hand to your left knee, your left hand behind you, lengthen tall through the spine, and begin to twist to the left. So your chin can stay level with the center of your chest, or if it feels okay on the neck, let the gaze drop behind your back shoulder. Don't forget to breathe. Come back to the breath. As we inhale, we'll rise up nice and tall. Taking your left hand to your right knee, the right hand comes behind you. We ground through that back hand, lift tall, and take a nice twist over to the right, finding just right for the gaze here, keeping shoulders relaxed and breath filling the belly, the ribs, and the heart center. Inhale, let's rise nice and tall and take our hands into our heart. Let's switch which leg is in front. We're going to work on a little bit of our neck and our shoulders. So let's start here with a tall spine and drop your right shoulder toward your right ear, getting a nice stretch through the left side of the neck. So sometimes you need to just move your chin a little around a little bit to find just where that stretch might be just right for you. And you can hold here or take your right hand up and just place it on the outside of your left temple. Not pulling, just the weight of your hand, deepening into the sensation. And if you're looking to go a little further, walk your left fingertips away and just lift that hand so it comes up off the earth but stays below the line of the shoulder. Feel breath filling the body and letting go. Let's lower that left hand. Take your right hand to the outside of your right cheek, lifting your head back up. And we'll drop our left ear toward our left shoulder, finding just right, maybe moving your chin around just a bit. And either holding right here or the left hand comes up to the outside of the right temple. Just the weight of the hand is enough. And maybe that's enough sensation. If you're looking for a little more, lift your right fingertips away from you, lengthening all the way down to the tips of the fingers, and keep the hand below the line of the shoulder. Big breath in. Big exhale. Lowering your right hand, we'll take the left hand to the outside of the face, helping the face up. And then lowering the shoulders. Let's take the soles of the feet together, finding Baddha Konasana, and just noticing right foot touching left foot. And taking a nice tall spine. Inhale, lengthen, and as you exhale, begin to fold here. Maybe your elbows will help your knees to open. Notice your breath is still moving in and out of the body. As you inhale, come out of the pose a little bit, lengthen your spine, and then see if you can fold just a little deeper. And then be in your practice, notice what feels good to your body, to keep the nice long spine or to start to round the head and feel a bigger stretch through the upper back. So it just depends on what you're looking for in your practice this evening. There's never a right or wrong, it's just how it feels in the body. As we inhale, we're going to rise back up, lift the arms up overhead, and take your hands to your heart center. And then crossing at your ankles, we'll come forward onto our hands and knees and find tabletop. Now, if your knees are sensitive, you can grab that blanket or that beach towel you have and just open up your blanket and give your knees a lot of cushion here if you find that your knees need that extra support. So as I find a tabletop position, I'm going to turn sideways as often as I can to help you see what I'm doing. I'm spreading my fingers nice and wide, planting them into the earth so the shoulder, the elbow, and the wrists are stacked in one line. The belly button's going to pull in to support my low back, and from the crown of the head to the tailbone, I make a nice long line. As we inhale, we'll hook our toes, drop the belly toward the earth, let the tailbone and the gaze come up into cow pose, pulling shoulders from ears. And as we exhale, flatten the feet, round the spine to the sky, coming into cat, dropping the tailbone and dropping the head. Inhale into the front body, finding cow. Exhale into back body, finding cat. Move through 2 more rounds at your own pace. And coming back into a neutral table. Let's keep our right knee on the earth and send our left leg out behind us. Notice I'm trying to flex my heel here. You might not see that in the frame. Let's try to get that into the frame. So my foot is flexed, toes pulling in. As we inhale, we lengthen from crown of the head to the heel. Exhale, round the spine, bring knee to nose. Inhale, create space. Exhale, knee to nose. One more time, inhale. Exhale. Inhale. We're going to lengthen that leg behind us. I'm going to turn forward for you here. Take your left foot out to the side and rise all the way up. Inhale, reach the arms up overhead. Taking your left hand to the left leg, reaching long through the right side and reaching over into Parigasana, gate pose. So just like when we side stretched earlier, you want to lift the heart, lengthen through the fingertips, gaze up, forward, or down at your toes, whatever feels best on your neck. Breathe deeply. As we inhale, we'll rise up. Take your right hand to the earth, lengthen through your left fingertips, and reach that arm up overhead, creating a nice long stretch from your left fingers through the left side body all the way to your left toes. As we inhale, we'll rise back up. Lower your hands to the earth. Take that knee in and a little wag of the tail. Let's let that go. Keeping left knee on the earth, send your right foot back behind you, creating a lot of space from the crown of the head to the heel. Try to have flat, level hips here. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, round the spine, knee to nose. Inhale, create space. Exhale, bring it to center. One more time. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, round the spine. Inhale, lengthen the right leg out behind you. Send it over to the right, and we'll rise up to find gate pose on this side. Arms reaching up toward the sky. Inhale, the right hand down to the right leg, lengthen through the left fingertips, and on your exhale, reaching that left arm over, pulling the heart up, finding space. Beautiful. Breathe deeply. Inhale all the way up, bringing your hand down to the earth, lengthen through your right fingertips and reaching overhead, creating a lot of space in this rainbow. Stretch through that right side body. Breathe. Inhale, rise all the way up, lifting the arms and taking your arms through heart center down to the earth, knee in, and a little wag of your tail. Let's take our knees nice and wide. Bring the hips all the way back to the heels. Extend the fingertips forward, forehead coming to the earth, and take a child pose. A little moment to relax, a little moment to reset. Finding your breath, setting a new intention if anything has changed as you've practiced. And as you take your next inhale, let's come back to all fours. We'll hook our toes onto the earth, lift our knees up off the earth, and come into downward facing dog. Now, tonight, if we're in a gentle practice, if down dog is too much, you want to be a little gentler. Lower to your knees, pull your hips up and back, extend through the arms, and find extended puppy. A place where you can still get a big stretch through your back, just like in down dog. Maybe you're paddling your feet, dropping one heel at a time. Maybe you're swiveling into the hips. And then find stillness as you lift your hips nice and high. Melt your heart towards your thighs. Fingers spread wide, keeping a micro bend in your elbows and in your knees. Lengthening the arms and settling the heels toward the earth. Take a nice big inhale. I want you to bend your knees and look at your hands and walk your feet forward to your hands and come into a forward fold, finding Uttanasana. Letting your hands hold your opposite elbows. Let your head hang in between that little window you've created. And maybe a gentle little sway from side to side. Notice that you still have a little micro bend in your knees to support your low back and your hamstrings. As you inhale, release your hands and let them come onto the shins. Inhale, lengthen up halfway. Exhale and fold. Inhale, halfway up, pull your shoulders away from your ears, a flat back. Exhale, fold. And one more time, inhale, halfway up, lengthen the spine. Take a pause here and hold on the exhale. Inhale, reach your arms out to the side. Exhale. Inhale, bend the knees a little deeper as you rise all the way up to standing, maybe looking up at your fingertips and taking hands to the heart. Big breath in, big exhale, let it go. Coming into mountain pose, Tadasana, as we ground through the four corners of the feet. This is our chance to really feel grounded into the earth, becoming the connection from the earth to the sky. Ground through the four corners, let your toes be able to wiggle. Toes slightly in, heels slightly out. As you ground through the feet, the energy comes into the legs, the thighs gently roll toward each other like two rolling pins rolling in. Your tailbone drops, your navel pulls in, and the shoulders can roll up, back, and down. I always do it twice. There's always so much tension to let go of in our shoulders. Fingers spread wide, energizing to the earth, crown of the head tall, little tuck of the chin. Breathe. Still filling the belly, the ribs, and the heart center. Inhale, reach your arms up. And as you exhale, lean over to the right. Inhale through center and exhale left. Inhale nice and tall. We're going to open our hands and twist open to the right. Inhale through center and exhale to the left. Inhale nice and tall. Turn your palms away from each other and take a nice flat back swan dive all the way down to the earth. Inhale, hands to the shins, come up halfway, lengthen your spine. Exhale and fold. Inhale, reverse your swan dive, ride the breath all the way up to the top of your mountain, lifting your heart. And exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale to rise. Exhale, release. Inhale to lengthen your spine. Exhale, fold. Inhale, reverse your swan dive, rising all the way up. And exhale, hands into your heart center. Take a big breath in and a big exhale. As we inhale, let's bring our arms all the way up. Exhale, release to the earth. Bend your knees enough so your hands come to the earth, and we'll step our left foot back and lower our left knee onto the earth. If you're using your blocks, you can grab your blocks here. Otherwise, maybe you hold onto your knee or let your fingers reach all the way up toward the sky. Take a nice big breath in and exhale, settle into the hips. Check that your knee is over your ankle and that you're not really pushing that knee forward over your toes. You want to be very protective of your knee joints. Take a nice big inhale. We're going to open our arms. And as we exhale, we're going to twist over to the right side, letting the left hand hold onto the outside of our right thigh and twisting ourselves open. Big breath in and let it go. Inhale, come back through center, lower your hands. Let's hook our left toe, lift up that knee, drop your heel. So now my toes on the back foot are pointing toward the left side. Both hands come inside of my right foot, and I'm going to open myself up here right into a warrior two. So in warrior two, our front toes, our right toes are pointing forward, our left toes are pointing left. Check your knee is stacked over your ankle. Lower shoulders. Inhale, find a peaceful warrior as we lift and lengthen, keeping a bend in the front knee, and then coming back to center. We're going to do that 2 more times. Inhale, lower the back hand, reverse. Coming back up. And 1 more time, reverse peaceful warrior. And then back to warrior two. This time we're going to flip our palms up. Inhale, reach nice and tall. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale to rise up. I'm straightening my front leg, my right leg. Exhale. And 1 more time, reaching tall. And exhale to warrior two. Beautiful job. Inhale, straighten your front leg. and then reach through your right fingertips. Keep reaching and then rotating your arms to find triangle. So notice that I'm in a nice high triangle here today. I'm gently practicing this evening. I'm breathing deeply, but if you're in a deeper practice, you can bring your arm down as long as you can keep your heart facing outward. So keep breathing here. Big breath in and exhale. Inhale, rise all the way up. We're going to keep our front leg straight, lower our left hand, right arm comes up, reverse triangle, and then go back into warrior two. I'm going to face this way just so you can see what I'm doing. Let's windmill our hands around our front foot. Come onto the ball of the back foot and take your left foot forward, forward fold. Inhale, lengthen up halfway. Come out of the hips, flat back. Exhale, fold. Bend your knees, let your fingertips come to the earth. Step your right foot back and lower your right knee to the earth. Maybe you take your blocks, maybe hand comes to your front thigh, or maybe you just lift those fingertips right up overhead, finding Anjaneyasana, low lunge, really getting a big stretch in your hip flexor on that right side. So with us home a little more than we normally are, we might be sitting a little more, or we might be out walking and hiking a little more. So our hip flexors will have a tendency to get really tight with inactivity and with a lot of activity. So on both ends, we need to get some big stretches here for this muscle right on the front of the hip flexor. Let's take a nice big breath in, arms come out, and we'll twist ourselves around to the left, right hand taking the outside of that left thigh. Breathing deeply, belly, ribs, and heart center. As we inhale, we'll come back to center. Lower your hands around your front foot. Hook your right toes, lift up that knee, lower your back foot. Bring both hands inside of your left foot and open up into warrior two. Beautiful. So again, I'll face the side angle way so you can see what I'm doing. From here, let's lower our right hand, reverse the left, reach up and back, peaceful warrior, and back to warrior two. Inhale, peaceful warrior, back to warrior two, and one more time, peaceful warrior, and then back to warrior two. Straightening the front leg as we inhale, we reach our fingertips up, flying warrior. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, reaching tall. Exhale. One more time, inhale to reach. And exhale back into warrior two. Inhale, straighten your front leg. We're going to reach through our left fingertips and then rotate the arms to find triangle. Beautiful. So if you're having any issues with your shoulder, know that you can always lower your hand down. You could always make this a really tall triangle. And if you're working a little deeper in your practice, you can lower. So remember to be in your practice. Where do you need to be this evening? As you take your next inhale, we're going to rise back up, lower your right hand, lift the left fingertips up to lengthen through your left side, and then come back into warrior two. Take a nice big inhale, windmill the hands around your front foot, come onto the ball of the back foot, and this time, slowly take that left foot back, find downward facing dog, big breath in. Let it go. Inhale, lower to your knees, and exhale, take a child pose. We find our balance here, balancing our work and our rest. We balance our effort and our ease. So maybe now, being home a lot more, thinking about the balance of being inside and outside. Mother Nature has been good to us to give us this opportunity to spend a little more time outside this winter. So try to make sure you have that balance of getting yourself outside for fresh air and some great vitamin D. Take your next inhale. Let's come back up to all fours. We're going to walk our hands forward. So I'm going to go sideways again here. Let me just move these blocks so you can see everything I'm doing. And as I bring my hands forward, I'm going to bring my shoulder right over my wrist, keeping my knees on the earth, and I've tucked my feet here. Take a nice big inhale. Let your elbows bend and lower yourself all the way down to the earth as slowly as you can. Let me make sure I'm in the frame of that picture there. Tops of the feet are going to press into the earth. I'm bringing my elbows underneath my shoulders. As I inhale, I'm going to lengthen from the crown of the head all the way to the toes and lift my heart, relaxing my shoulders, finding Sphinx pose. So today in our Sphinx pose, we're going to do a few versions. We're going to stay here and breathe, strengthening into our lower back. And take a nice big breath in. We're going to lower down. I'm going to pile my hands, rest my forehead, bend my knees, and windshield wiper the feet from side to side. This time, I'm going to slide my elbows back underneath my shoulders, palms press into the earth, tops of the feet into the earth, lengthen from the crown of the head to the toes, and then drop the chin to the chest, getting a big stretch behind the neck, but also now still strengthening into the low back. If this is too much on your neck, lift your chin up, come back into that first posture. Breathe. Take one more big breath in and let it go. Inhale, bring the head back up, and then slowly lower back onto your hands, forehead onto the tops of the hands, bend the knees, windshield wiper the feet from side to side. And then one more time, we're going to bend our elbows, hands on the earth, tops of the feet touch the earth. And actually, I'm going to turn toward you one more this time. Hopefully you can see well here. And we're going to bend our left knee and look over our left shoulder. And then lower that foot and move to the other side. So looking over the shoulder at your foot. Going from side to side. And doing one more on each side. And then lowering down. One more time to lower onto the hands. Bend the knees, windshield wiper the feet. And then lowering your feet. Let your hands slide all the way back so your hands are under your shoulders. We'll come up to table. Wag your tail and take a nice extended child pose, letting your back really stretch here as you walk your fingertips forward. Breathing in and out. So as you're in child pose, you feel a little compression in the belly. So maybe you feel the breath moving from the low back to the mid back to the upper back instead of the belly, ribs, and heart. On your inhale, let's come back up to table. Hook your toes, lift up your hips, and walk your hands all the way back to your feet, back into Uttanasana, forward fold. This time we're going to bend our knees as deep as we can with our hands on the earth. Big inhale, you're letting your hips drop as your belly and your chest come onto your thighs. And as you exhale, straighten your legs and fold. Inhale, bend the knees, let the belly, let the chest rest on the thighs. Exhale, straighten the legs. One more time. Inhale, we bend. And exhale to straighten. Inhale, come up halfway, lengthen the spine. Exhale, fold. Inhale, bend the knees, let the hands come to the hips and slowly rise all the way up to standing, arms reaching up and hands to the heart center. Take a big breath in and a big breath out. You guys are doing awesome. Thank you for being here. Let's find a nice balance pose. So let's find tree. So I was out for a little walk this afternoon after the rain stopped, and I noticed a lot of the trees were starting to bud, so that's kind of exciting. So let's work with that today. So as we find balance, first think about mountain pose. Think about all the energy to ground into the earth, to lift, relax your shoulders. And then look forward, find a little place to rest your eyes. We call this our drishti, it's a little focal point. Let your hands come to your heart. We're gonna bring the weight into our left foot. Prop up onto the ball of the right foot. We're gonna externally rotate that hip. And you can start here by just letting your your heel come onto your ankle and lift your toes. You can keep touching the toe down, or your foot can come a little higher into the inner calf. Or if you want to go deeper, it could come into the inner thigh, wherever it feels right to you. Hands can stay at your heart center, or maybe you let your tree branches grow. All you need to do is breathe. So if you keep touching your foot down and bringing it up, that's okay. Find where you need to be in this pose. Let's take our hands back to our heart. We're going to turn our knee forward and lower down to the earth. Some of you might want to wiggle and shake. Some of you might like the hold in stillness. Take what you need here. Take a big breath in, collect all your negative thoughts about balancing, and exhale them away, because this side is going to be different. So bringing the weight now into your right foot, we find our little focal point forward, our drishti. Popping that knee up, we come onto the ball of the left foot. Externally rotate the hip as you turn the knee out, and either rest your heel here and just keep lifting your toes and touching down, or foot to the inner calf, or up into the inner thigh. What you really want to avoid here is pressing against your knee. You want to take any pressure off of every joint as much as you can. Hands can stay at your heart, or maybe you grow tree branches. Maybe you lift a little higher. Maybe you smile here, lifting the corners of your lips to the corners of your eyes, and just breathe. Take your hands back into your heart center. Let's take our knee forward and lower our foot down. Big breath in and let it go. Maybe take a hand to the heart and a hand to the belly, making a connection to your breath, connecting to your heartbeat. Maybe a wish for yourself, for your loved ones, or for the world, and maybe place that in your heart right here and cover the hand from the belly over the heart and really seal that wish in, whatever that is. And then gently open your eyes, come back into your mountain pose. Let's inhale, sweep the arms up overhead. And as we exhale, bring your hands into your heart center. We're gonna start to bend our knees and lower ourselves toward the mat. So if this is too much for your knees, just go right down onto your seat, and we'll hold here for a moment if you can, breathing in and exhaling. And then lowering your hands, and as gracefully as you can, make your way onto your mats. Beautiful. So you can come back onto your blanket or your towel if you'd like, and we'll come back to a nice seated posture. Let's take our left foot and extend that out. We're going to keep our right foot folded to our inner thigh. And if you notice, I flexed my foot here on this left foot. As we inhale, reach your arms up overhead. You can turn toward that left foot and just fold right over your left leg. Now, if you're using a strap or a belt, you can use that right here to hook around your foot. Otherwise, just hold on wherever your hands make it. Maybe it's to your foot, your leg, to the earth, and just breathe. So this is head to knee pose. As you inhale, we'll rise up nice and tall. Lift the arms up, taking your left hand to your right knee, the right hand behind you, a little twist. And then maybe folding over that right leg, taking a big breath in and a big breath out. And then walking yourself forward into a forward fold. As we inhale, we'll rise all the way up, gathering energy with our hands, taking it into our heart, and then bringing both legs out. So now I have both legs extended out. So your wide might be here, your wide might be really open. Find what is right for you. But what I want you to do is to flex your toes. Inhale, sit up nice and tall. Let your hands walk inside and just start to bring yourself forward. Find that spot where your body says, okay, that's just right for me. I'm right, that's folding enough. And just pause there for a moment. Take your next inhale, come up just a little bit, lengthen your spine, lift the crown of the head up, relax your shoulders, and see if you can just fold a little deeper. And just start to notice your breath. Breathing into the shape your body's making right here. Inhale, we rise all the way up. And we'll take our left foot to our inner right thigh. Sitting up nice and tall, flexing that right foot. Let's inhale, reach our arms up, turn toward that foot and lower so that we come over your right leg. Again, you can grab your strap or your belt if you need that, or let your hands just land where they land and breathe. As we inhale, we'll rise nice and tall. Reach the arms up and take your right hand to your left knee, the left hand behind you. Lengthen the spine and move into a twist. You can gently start to fold over your left leg. And then walk yourself around into a forward fold. As we inhale, we'll walk ourselves back up and take our legs out in front of us. Gonna bend our knees, come off of that blanket or anything you're sitting on, and just let your hands rest behind your thighs. Sit up nice and tall, and we're going to now extend our hands forward. So I'm gonna sit sideways so you can see what I'm doing. As I inhale, I'm going to just sit back a little bit till my hands come about in line with my knees, and then rise back up. Lengthen through the crown of the head, lower back, and rise back up. 2 more times. We come back, hands to about where the knees are, rise up, and then lowering ourselves back again, and rise back up. And this time holding on behind the thigh, round the spine, and lower yourself all the way onto your mat, taking your knees into your chest and rocking from side to side. Giving your back a little bit of a massage. And then lower your feet onto the earth. So we'll take our left knee in. I'm going to turn again. I know I keep turning here. I'm just hoping you see me the best. And then extend your right leg nice and long. Maybe rotate that left ankle in one direction, and then rotate it in the other direction. You can open your knee up as your left hand takes your knee. Your right hand can ground your right hip. Open that knee up to the left side. And then take the knee to center. Let's extend our leg up. Hold on behind your thigh or behind your calf, whichever feels good to you. And just pull that leg in and relax your shoulders. Flex your foot. Maybe you hold here, or maybe your knee comes up towards your nose. Breathe deeply. Let's lower our head back down. Bend your left knee. Your right hand takes the knee, the left arm off to the side, and cross over to the right side, coming into a spinal twist. You can drop your gaze over your left shoulder and breathe. Keep coming back to your deep, full breath. Inhale, come back onto the back body, both knees in, a little rock from side to side. And then holding onto your right knee, extend the left leg long. You can circle your ankle in both directions. And then holding the right knee with the right hand, opening up that knee to the right side, a little opening into the hip. And then taking the knee back to center, let's extend our leg up, flexing your toes and holding on behind the calf or behind the thigh, whatever feels good. Try not to pull on the knee joint, and we'll pull that leg a little closer. Maybe hold here or lift your knee towards your nose. No, lift your nose towards your knee. You get the drift, right? Great. Take a nice big breath in. Let's lower our head. We'll bend our right knee. Left hand takes the knee, the right arm off to the side. Make your way into a twist toward the left and gaze over your right shoulder. Feel that right shoulder melting into the earth. And then coming back to center, let's gather our knees in. Take a nice little rock one more time from side to side. And then taking any last pose that might feel good to you. So maybe it's a happy baby pose, maybe a waterfall with your legs up in the air, maybe a bridge or another twist. Find a pose that's going to help you settle into your practice, that's going to help you end your practice in a way that will feel good to your body. If you're near a wall and you'd like legs up the wall, certainly try that. Relax into the body. Taking wherever you land, let's take 5 of the longest, deepest, most luxurious breaths you've taken all evening. And after your 5th breath, no rush to get there. You're going to make your way into Shavasana, extending your legs and your arms long, propping up with any pillows or blankets you might have around you, and finding a place where you can find stillness and peace as you relax your toes and the soles of your feet. Relaxing your calves and your thighs and your hamstrings. Relaxing the glutes and the abs. They've worked so hard for you in the practice. Just let them be soft. Relax the chest. Allow the shoulder blades to sink behind the heart center. Allow the fingers to feel heavy, the arms to feel heavier. As you close your eyes, gently let the lids close As you close your lips gently together, let your teeth gently part and let the roof of your mouth release your tongue. Let your brow line soften. And start to let your breath be gentle and eased. Finding relaxation and complete stillness. As you take your next inhale, let your breath start to deepen, becoming aware of the space around you. Starting to make little movements with the body, maybe starting in the fingers and the toes. Allowing those movements to move into the wrists and the ankles as you gently let your head start to move. And gathering your knees to your chest. Giving yourself the tightest squeeze, a big hug, sending love to you. You deserve all of the love you have inside your heart. Send love and appreciation to your bodies, to your breath, to your thoughts, to everything that surrounds you. And then allow yourself to roll to the left. So as the sun sets, we honor the moon side, the softer side of our bodies, and we find ourselves on our left side. And we pause here. And when you're ready, come back to a comfortable seated posture, taking your hands into your heart center. We're going to take a moment together in silence and stillness, a gentle meditation. So find a comfortable seat, and I'll watch the clock for a minute as we just allow our breath to breathe into us and release, and find stillness in our mind. Before we end our practice, we'll take one more big breath in together and out. Gently take a nice big breath in. Exhale, let it go. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. May all beings everywhere be safe. May you be healthy. May you be safe. May you be at peace. Thank you so much for joining our practice today. Namaste. I am honestly so grateful that all of you were here. You can log back in and watch this video and do it again if you like on our Journey Yoga page. You can also tune in. There will be some other classes coming up. An email is sure to go out to you. May you all, I truly, truly say it, please be safe, please be healthy, drink lots of water, enjoy time home with your families. And tomorrow is supposed to be 70, so please go outside and get some fresh air and sunshine. Thank you.